Imagine this: you're constructing a shelf for your room, following a set of instructions, but suddenly you hit a snag. The measurements are in inches, but your tape measure only shows centimeters. Or perhaps you're cooking a traditional Indian curry, and the recipe calls for a measurement in grams, but your kitchen scale only shows ounces. These situations are where unit conversion comes to the rescue. Unit conversion is the process of changing the measurement of a quantity from one unit to another without changing the actual amount being measured. It's like translating from one language to another. The story doesn't change, just the way you tell it. Let's start with a scenario close to home. You've bought a beautiful painting on your trip to London. Now you're back home in the USA and want to hang it on your wall. The painting is measured in centimeters, but your wall space is measured in feet. How to proceed? This is where unit conversion kicks in. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Now, to translate that to a unit more familiar to you, 1 meter is approximately 3.28 feet. So you divide your measurement in centimeters by 100 to get meters, and then multiply by 3.28 to get feet. Let's take another example. You're working on a woodworking project. The blueprint is from an old British manual, and it uses an exotic unit, the soot. It's a traditional British unit that equals 1¼ inches. To convert inches to soot, you multiply the number of inches by 8, and if you want to convert soot back to inches, you divide the number of soot by 8. And what about those times when you're working on a minute level, say designing a piece of jewelry or a small gadget? You might need to convert centimeters to millimeters. That's simple too. 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. So you multiply the number of centimeters by 10 to get millimeters. Now that you have a basic understanding of unit conversion, how about a quick quiz to test your newly acquired knowledge? Question 1. Your friend from Europe sends you a recipe that calls for 200 grams of flour. Your kitchen scale only measures in ounces. How many ounces of flour do you need? Question 2. You're planning to build a garden shed. The blueprint is in feet, but your measuring tape is in meters. The shed is supposed to be 10 feet long. How many meters is that? Question 3. A British antique clock manual mentions a part that is 16 foot long. How many inches is that? Remember, unit conversion is like a language translation. It might seem daunting at first, but with a little practice, you'll be a fluent speaker in no time. Keep practicing, and soon you'll be converting units like a pro, no matter what the situation. Happy converting!